Today I'm gonna be grafting all these trees, these 3 trees. One of them died, which is actually pretty good because you need uneven numbers in a forest. I want to be grafting on these ficuses because these are just shoots I put in the ground, and this particular species of ficus grows very vigorously and makes these gigantic roots. But I want the growth to be a little less aggressive, and I don't want these big leaves. That's why I'm going to graft on this type of ficus with the smaller leaves and the slower growth, which is like I tried it once before in another video, actually on 4 branches, where one came out successful. I hope the odds this time will be a lot better, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try these 3 branches that didn't succeed on this ficus as well, but this is proof that it's actually possible and I'm capable of doing it. And this ficus forest here is actually quite interesting. I'm going to repot it next year, and you'll see I planted them all on a rock, which is kind of exciting. It's root over rock plant, so it's going to be that more exciting to see when I get it out of the pot how the growth's been doing. But in this video I'm just going to do grafting, and I'll do a follow-up video at some point to show whenever it's successful like this one, or if they are unsuccessful like this particular one. And I'm also going to be repotting this one. I want this to be a cascade tree hanging out of a pot. I have some cool tall pots which I want to be using for this one. I don't know which one, but I'll pick one. This will also be grafted at some point, but I don't think it's a good idea to be grafting also while repotting, because I think you'll put too much stress on the tree's roots and the tree in general. So yes. So what I want to do here is I actually want to cut all the foliage of the tree so that the tree only has to focus on the grafts and making that one survive. I have this grafting tape, which you can also see on this old one that's still left on. This grafting tape is very good for this particular, that's why it's called grafting tape. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off all the way down here, because it has this big clump, and you don't want the trunk to be thicker in the top than in the bottom. So I'm gonna cut it very low where the trunk isn't that thick in top, so I can start over with the new kind of ficus branch. That's a good clean cut. I have the branch here that I'm going to try to graft on, and I'm going to cut down here, remove some of the bark on the edge, and make a hole for the new branch. And then I'm going to cut this one so it's actual wood underneath the bark against wood. This should promote the chances. And this tape expands so you can really get into the trunk and make it sit tight, so it's going to be both airtight and watertight, which makes all the fluids inside the trunk, inside the branch, stay in there, and makes it easier for the tree to attach and to accept the new branch as its own on the tree. That's what it's supposed to do. I mean, I had 1 out of 4 branches success last time I tried this, but hopefully this time it'll go it'll be way better. It's now very, very tight around this trunk down the bottom. Now I'm going to do the other branch in this tree in the exact same way, and hopefully it'll go well. Now I just want to make it as humid as possible around the trees, so the chances of success with my new graftings are as big as possible. And that's about it. I hope this gives you some sort of not useless, but useful information to do your grafting. Next one I want to work on is this one, which I just, like the other ones, put in the ground and it rooted. It's very easy for these ficus trees that I bought from IKEA back in the day, that actually also sparked my interest in bonsai. One successful one, and yeah, the other one, you know the story. So I'm gonna cut all the foliage off, of course, except my successful one, and I'm gonna try again on all the branches I want to graft here. Stretch the tape out and put on a finger until you wrap around the first time, and then it's just applying it as tightly as possible, like on the other forests, and should have the best odds for success on my graftings here. I did this last year, I can't completely remember when, but I think it's about 4 months ago. This looks very cool. I don't know if you can see it properly. Maybe if I do this. It's suddenly very windy. I apologize for the sound. Jesus Christ, what is going on, man? Really testing the stable tripod right now, apparently, the wind. I guess that's how it is to live in the mountains, suddenly it picks up. Fortunately, it is still hot, so I can still sit in my t-shirt, which is very nice. The kind of bonsai soil I use is 1/3 Akadama and 1/3 volcanic stone and 1/3 just regular gardening soil. I want to finish off this video working a little bit with my European crabapple here before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be styling in a bit with my new wire, which I've been looking a lot forward to. But I just want to do it before, and it's just going to be a rough styling. It's not going to be anything with difficult techniques. I just want to guide this branch a little up in the air, a little more up in the air, and make the shape of it a bit more interesting. Also, I want to take this branch and lower it down so it becomes the first branch of the tree. I think I'm just gonna let this last branch on the tree grow, and also these two. These are gonna be sacrificial branches, which are gonna help the tree get healthy and help the root net, and also make just in general make the tree a bit more healthy. And I thought I wanted to include it in this video. And that's it for this video. Yeah. When you do wiring, there's a classical rule which you pretty much probably know. Always use one wire for each branch. The mistake you should say I made here is the wires probably a millimeter or two too thick, but I really wanted to be able to bend the branch, and I probably should have felt how flexible it was, because it wasn't that hard with this, but better safe than sorry, I guess. And now I have plenty of wire. Yeah,